So part 2 of brow mapping, now that we have this down, let's figure out how low do we want her tail to come, because remember, A, B, and C, C determines how low that tail will drop. The rule right here that you guys have to follow when you're finding the arch is that the arch cannot come any lower than this part right here, because this is the front of the eyebrow. This is where the eyebrows are gonna go up and then down. So the tail cannot be any lower than this right here, than the bulb, okay? So if I were to bring this and bring it straight across, the tail has to be either here or right on that line. So I'm just gonna do it right on the line, right there. And then I'll show you the difference if I were to bring it a little bit higher on this eyebrow. So if I place the caliper right here, bring it straight across, and if I decide to do the eyebrow, the tail up here, you're gonna see the difference right now, okay? So now we're gonna connect our dots. This is my dot from A to B to C, okay? A, see where those lines cross and you see that little X right there? That is your connecting dot. Same thing right here. So A, B, C. Same thing over here. A, B, C. Okay, so I found my dots, A, B, C, A, B, C. Now let's use our string to connect those dots. So same thing again, wrap it once around your finger, and you can either go use your index finger and your thumb, or you can go like this, okay? Or like this. So I'm just gonna use my index finger and my thumb. I'm gonna secure it. I'm gonna use my fingers to secure my hands on both sides of her face. And then I'm gonna place the string slowly at once, not one dot first and then the other one. No, it's slowly gonna come at the same level and connect it in both dots. Okay, so I'm going straight across the dots and pull. I pull this way. I pull to the right, because if I pull inner to the inner part of her face, her skin is gonna wrinkle up and the line's gonna smudge, and it's not gonna be a nice crisp line. So now I'm gonna connect from B to C. Same thing, use my fingers to support my hand, place it at the same time, bam, and then I'm gonna pull to the left. So I pull that way. Okay, beautiful, that looks beautiful. So now let's do the same thing on this side. Connect A to B. And then I'm gonna pull this way, B to C, and pull, okay? So that is the top part of her eyebrow. Now let's find the bottom part. So we're gonna use this right here, our A, and then our A. So this can be a little tricky. Don't think it too much, you guys. Don't overthink it. Don't let it get you all confused. We have to connect from here to here, okay? But we're not gonna connect this dot to this dot. No, the same width here, you have to bring it over here. So you're gonna place that line parallel to this line right here, so that they have the same width. Okay, beautiful, right there, and then pull. I pulled that way. So now my A, my B, and now this is my C. Okay, so we're gonna connect from here to here, and we're gonna place it, and I like to drag it slowly, section by section, so I can start curving that tail and get a nice curved skinny tail. Okay, so that is my first brow. Okay, now look at the difference, because remember, I brought this tail a little bit lower. I did not go lower than this section right here, but I did bring it lower than this one. So watch the difference. Once again, parallel line to this one, starting at A, bringing it up to B, and pull. Now I'm gonna start to curve. And you don't have to do really, really dark lines, you guys, because that is why we have that pen, the marker. the marker pencil because we're gonna go in with the marker pencil and outline it. So can you guys see the difference between this arch and this arch? This has more of an arch, whereas this is more of a lifted eyebrow. You guys see the difference? Okay, so imagine if we did our C all the way down here below the front of the bulb, her arch would be really crazy, almost like an M. If we were to do bring in both super low, then we would have an M shaped eyebrow. We don't want to do this. If the client has hooded eyebrows, we want to lift that eyebrow up so we can open up her eyes. And if she has a shorter forehead, same thing. We kind of want to bring her tail a little bit higher. And if she's older as well, we don't want to give her a really high arch because it's gonna make her eyes look sad and droopy. So make sure that you always observe your client and see what it is that they need. Some clients will ask you for a really high arch and a low tail. You just have to explain to them that with over time, their eyelid will naturally start drooping down and that eyebrow will make her eyes look smaller and her eyelids more hooded, okay? So now we're gonna use our Sharpie pencil and we're gonna stretch our client's skin. So we're gonna use our 3-point stretch using our thumb, either our index finger or middle finger. I don't know why I like to use the middle finger. So I'm gonna pull 1, 2, and then with this hand, I'm gonna pull this way. So the skin is nice and tight and my pencil is gonna be at a 90-degree angle, up and down, straight. And I'm not gonna flicker like this because I'm not coloring. I'm doing an outline. So I'm gonna place the pencil down and then drag. Okay, see that? Now I'm gonna come over here, move my stretch points further back. Same thing. I'm still stretching. Okay, and here at this point, I like to curve it a little bit because I don't like to give them like sharp, pointy arches. So I curve it down a little bit, make it nice and smooth. See how I'm also moving my stretch points as I'm coming down on the tail. Beautiful. Now we're gonna do the bottom section. 3-point stretch. Nice curve right here. That is how skinny that outline should be. And that is why it's super important that when you sharpen this pencil, this right here is really skinny. Okay, so now let's do that on the other side. Curve it down so that arch is not super sharp like a triangle. You want to smooth it out. Beautiful. Now let's do the bottom part, which this is considered the body of the eyebrow. This bottom section right here. Okay. Beautiful. Do you guys see the difference? This is more of a curved arch. This is more of a lifted, flatter arch. Not so much of an arch right here. This one does have an arch. They both look beautiful, but they are meant for two different completely facial structures, okay? So that is how we map on a mannequin. The next video, you guys will see me map on a live model.